Hey YouTube, Brian LCS. Thanks for stopping by the channel and this video. 6 comic book characters that were first introduced in other mediums. So did you know that there are many comic book characters that are first introduced outside of comic books in mediums like television, film, animation, and in some cases radio? And they've gone on to become some of the biggest comic book stars. So we're going to take a look at 6 of those today, 3 from Marvel, 3 from DC. So let's get on to the list. Up first, we have Livewire. Livewire is the DC supervillain who first appeared in Superman the Animated Series in 1997. Leslie Willis is a popular yet controversial Metropolis radio shock jock who takes cynical joy in ridiculing Superman during her broadcast. On her 3rd anniversary of her career, she hosted a rock concert at Centennial Park to celebrate her anniversary during a thunderstorm and public safety concerns. After lightning strikes the stage, Willis is transformed into electrokinetic metahuman. Livewire was incorporated into the main DC Comics continuity in Action Comics 835 in March of 2006, written by Gail Simone and John Byrne. This version was born with her abilities and did not gain her signature appearance until being struck by lightning. Up next, we have Jimmy Olsen. Jimmy Olsen is a bit of a tricky one. The character was first introduced as Jimmy Olsen by producer Bob Maxwell on the Adventures of Superman radio show on April 15, 1940. He did, however, first appear as an unnamed office boy with a bow tie in the story Superman's Phony Manager, published in Action Comics number 6 in November 1938. This was retroactively considered to be Jimmy Olsen's first appearance. After those 8 early unnamed appearances in comics, Olsen first appeared as a named character in the story by Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster titled Superman vs. the Archer in Superman number 13 from December 1941. Up next, we have Harley Quinn. Harley Quinn was created by Paul Dini and Bruce Timm for the Batman the Animated Series as a henchwoman for the Joker and debuted in its 22nd episode, Joker's Favorite, in September 1992. While intending to only appear in one episode, Quinn became a recurring character within the DC animated universe as a Joker's sidekick and love interest. She was adapted into DC Comics canon several years later, beginning with a one-shot Batman Harley Quinn number 1 from October 1999. Her true first appearance in comics was in the Batman Adventures number 12, September 1993, in a non-canon appearance. Quinn's origin story features her as a former psychologist at Gotham City's Arkham Asylum, who was manipulated by and fell in love with the Joker, her patient, eventually becoming his accomplice and lover. Up next, we have Firestar. Firestar, Angelica Jones, was created by John Romita Sr., Rick Holberg, and Dennis Marks. The character first appeared in 1981 on the NBC animated television series Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends. Her comic book debut was in Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends number 1 from December 1981 in a non-canon appearance. Her first canon appearance was in Uncanny X-Men number 193 from May of 1985. Firestar is a mutant whose body stores ambient electromagnetic energy, which she can project and manipulate for various effects. As she alters the electromagnetic wavelengths, they form a microwave aura around her body, and at which point she mentally pushes the microwaves away from herself. Doing this allows her to release heat, light, and radiation into the environment at various intensities. Agent Phil Coulson was created for Iron Man, the first feature film in the MCU. Coulson was the first S.H.I.E.L.D. agent to be introduced in the MCU and was portrayed by Clark Gregg, who was offered a 3-picture deal. Gregg initially balked at the idea of the character because on screen he was only going to be known as Agent and had very few lines, but he quickly recognized Marvel's plan for an interconnected universe being developed within the MCU and signed on. Gregg also went on to star in the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. TV series that ran for 7 seasons. Phil Coulson first appeared in the mainstream Marvel comic book universe in Kristen Yost, Matt Friction, and Colin Bunn's Battle Scars #6 in April 2012. Last but certainly not least on our list is X-23. Writer Craig Kyle created X-23 for the X-Men Evolution TV series in 2003, before she debuted in the NYX comic series in 2004. Laura Kinney has been described as one of Marvel's most notable and powerful female heroes. Laura was apparently the clone and later the adoptive daughter of Wolverine, created to be the perfect killing machine. For years, she proved herself a capable assassin, working for an organization called The Facility. A series of tragedies eventually led her to Wolverine and the X-Men. She attended school at the X-Mansion and eventually became a member of the X-Force. It was revealed later that she is not a clone, but the biological daughter of Wolverine. Like her father, Laura has regenerative healing factor, enhanced senses, speed, and reflexes. She also has retractable adamantium claws on her hands and feet. So I hope you enjoyed that list. Let me know down in the comments. Are there any others that are on your radar that I didn't include in my 6? There are many that have been introduced outside of comic books as a first appearance and then gone on to become, big time characters within the pages of comic books. So let me know. And what did you think of the 6 that I showed you today? Which of those 6 was your favorite? Or were you even aware of the fact that they were introduced outside of comic books first? But that's what I got for you today. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next video.